off by the bushelful there. Detroit and Wayne County has impressed me more than Philadelphia. I kept saying Philadelphia is by the palletful. This really is. Okay, now Boris EPSHTEYN. I know he gets upset when I start rambling, so let's get him in here. He's a busy man. Boris.
Steve, how are you?
I'm not feeling it. I'm not doing great. I didn't feel it. Today in Michigan. You got Charlie Spees. You got your guy Thor. You got former Senator Colbeck. You got hammers that are dropping bombs in here. Wayne County, they retraded the commissioners last week. They committed to a full audit. It's going to take 10 days. They're looking for 12 to 14 days. They want to go up to the safe harbor. They're bringing evidence. I mean, evidence after evidence after evidence. And then the two commissioners fold like cheap suits. And I'm still not I still understand their logic of why they folded, because I'm not buying it. So can you explain this to me and make our audience?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously here's the reaction to what just happened, and here's the next steps. Big picture, Michigan is absolutely not done yet. So to the audience, keep calm and carry on. Everything's going to be fine. So in terms of Michigan, here's what happened. Yeah, I heard the Republicans just for some reason they didn't respect the fact that the Wayne County Board of Canvasser members, the Republicans, said that they were coerced to try and change their original votes, and then they under affidavit they signed affidavits and said that they did not vote to certify. So Wayne County shouldn't have been certified. Where 71%, you mentioned it, 71% of the voter rolls in Wayne County are not balanced, which means that the number of ballots cast and the number of ballots issued is not the same in Detroit, Wayne County. I mean, think about that. That is absolutely nuts. So Detroit was a mess. Wayne County is a mess. The Wayne County Board of Canvassers, the Republicans, were honest about that. They were intimidated, but they stood there, ended up standing their ground. And now these Republicans in the
who stood there? Hold. I'm missing something. Who stood their ground?
The two Republican members of the Wayne County Board who ended up signing.
No, they didn't. They got They got hoodwinked. They got hoodwinked. They agreed to a deal with the Secretary of State that didn't exist.
That's why they signed affidavits after that, saying that the original vote stood, and the rest of for some reason, the state board is ignoring that. They can't just go around saying, "Oh, well, that original vote didn't happen." You've got the two people voting saying we did not certify.
I understand that in some theoretical conversation we had, but they just did. That's my point. The Democrats are playing a different game. You guys are playing. You guys are dressed in white. You guys are dressed in whites, and we're having a croquet match.
Well, hold on.
They're throwing down. They're throwing down.
And don't make me start dropping up bombs. I've never played croquet, and I don't wear whites. Okay, I don't wear whites. Okay, you know what I mean. This battle here. Okay, I've got the war paint on. All right, that's not what this is about. It's about these unfortunately Republicans in the state board of canvassers folded today. That happened. Now, what we're going to do next is continue pressing our case. We're hopefully working toward getting a hearing in the state legislature of Michigan to lay out the extensive fraud that happened, and we're going to move forward from there. So, you got the media celebrating, and of course the left is going to say, "Oh, Michigan's over." It is not over. And in the end, it's the legislature that decides in each state, per the Constitution, per the 12th Amendment. It's the legislature that decides who got the most legal votes in a state. It is not a county board, and it is not a state board. It's the legislature. So everybody just take a breath, and let's take it easy, and we're going to keep fighting. In Pennsylvania today, we got a great decision out of it.
Okay, hang on, before we get off Michigan. But is there an audit? Is this a fait accompli? Is this now just done, or is there actually going to be an audit? Because how are you going to have hearings and present evidence if you don't have this? Is this audit ever going to take place or not?
We are going to exhaust every legal and legislative option we have to get to an audit, and we've got a lot of cards still to play. Again, in Wayne County, the number of people who sign into poll books doesn't equal the number of ballots cast. How can that happen? Right? We all know
it's easy. It's Wayne County, Michigan. Hey, it just did. I saw you had the local thing, and you had the Secretary of State blow up, renege on the deal. This is my point. And maybe you're not playing, but we're playing croquet in whites, and they're playing Smash Mouth. Dragon Slayer.
This team, the Trump legal team under Rudy, we've got the boxing gloves on. Okay, call it Rudy, call Rocky, whatever you want. Okay, we're here fighting it out. There's no tour, and everybody who's listening and everybody's watching, rest assured, this team is not backing down. We're fighting it out, and Thor's a great lawyer. He did a great job in there today, and unfortunately, that's what these two officials in Michigan decided to do. Who knows why? And I'm not.
Ted, I think we just lost Boris EPSHTEYN when he was on a roll. Let's see if we can't get
Boris
back
for an audit and do everything we can to have the right result in Michigan, to have the legal votes counted in Michigan, which will result in the correct final determination of who won Michigan.
In the atmosphere of full disclosure, and look, and I'm not trying to belabor this, but I'm not feeling the heat from like the Michigan Republican Party. I have people out there saying, hey, you really should do this, stuff like that, but that's not what the Democrats are playing a different game. The Democrats are playing the power game to steal the presidency. Okay? We're playing the Marquis of Queensberry's rules, and we keep saying, hey, Wayne County, and boom, now they got a certified election. So I'm just making an observation that, hey, even on your legislature, the courts are courts, right? Your legislature alternative, somebody somehow has got to come up with an audit of Wayne County, or you're going to be right back in this thing that people are going to be pointing fingers. And I got unbalanced books. Well, the Democrats are very happy with that, right? Because the 172,000 votes all went their way, so the unbalanced works for them. In fact, they'll go all the way to the White House with unbalanced books. They have no problem with that.
Here's what I'll tell you: if you don't feel the love out of the Michigan legislature, out of the Michigan GOP, invite the head of the Michigan GOP on your show and let him know, right? Because I don't necessarily disagree with you, and maybe they need to hear it from Steve Bannon. Maybe they need to hear it from the deplorables. But that's just the nature of where we are now. From what I understand, the Republican folks in the legislature, the representatives of the Michigan GOP are doing what they can to get us to hopefully a hearing in Michigan. And if that happens, that'll be very important.